Okay, thanks for joining today's webinar. So we are going to talk about search engine optimization. We'll start from basics and we'll move towards advanced level. Now, so what we do is I'm Abdesh, founder of Friendly Agent Chatbot, and we provide these chatbots to insurance agencies, startups, um, and they help their business in getting more leads through a messaging. And this chatbot works 24/7 for our customers. Now, a reason for having this session is so I was able to learn search engine optimization in last 2 to 3 years, and I wanted to share this information with everyone. So for our business, if someone search for a chatbot, if you search best chatbot for insurance, you'll find us as top organic search results, and that's how we acquire a customer. And I believe everyone can do it if they have some basic understanding of search engine optimization. So let's see, why do you need search engine optimization? So first, more than 5 billion searches are performed every day. So it's a good way to be found. Next, it's a free way to acquire customers. You don't have to spend on advertising, and you will be getting customers organically. And it's a sustainable way of growing your business. So in our case, what we see is people are looking for a lead generation or a lot of other keywords. They come to our website, they read our articles, and then they set up a call with us. So by the time they set up a call, they are kind of 80% convinced about what we are selling. And same thing, everyone can do for themselves. Now, quickly, I want to discuss marketing funnel in brief, and we can have a separate session on this as well. But if you look at a basic marketing funnel, first step is creating awareness where people will know about you either through a Google or Facebook ads or the other kind of mechanism. And when they are on your website, you acquire them as a lead either by using a sign up where they provide you their email address, or through a messenger or a chatbot where they send you a message and you add them on your messenger list. And then you nurture those leads, and finally they become your paying customers. So what we saw in our with our clients is those who have a high number of leads or hits coming on their web page, they are able to acquire more leads compared to others who are not having that many people visiting their website. So we thought why not educate everyone so that they can get more leads or hits on their website, and in turn help them in generating more leads. Now let's get a sense of how much a traffic costs on Google. So if you go and search for a car insurance in your Google keyword tool, so you will have to bid somewhere between $18 to $72, and in that kind of a range. So in a way, you have to spend maybe $30-40 to get one click or a one person visiting your website. And similar kind of thing, if you're doing through SEO, it is practically free. Now, how can you generate 100K or more worth of traffic for free using a search engine optimization? So I have put here some kind of a sample calculation. It may change based on your scenario, but assume that you are getting 100 visits per month on one of your article on an average. So, we also sometimes get, maybe 300, 400 hits on one article, or maybe less than 100. But let's assume you are getting 100 hits per month, and cost of that keyword is say around $3.5. So that particular article will be fetching you almost $4,200 worth of a traffic in a year. Now, if you are publishing 2 articles per month using all these search engine optimization techniques, you will end up getting almost 100K worth of a traffic for free. And writing 2 articles per month, it's also not a kind of a big task. Honestly, we also write maybe 1 or 2 articles, but we can do more. Now compare the same thing. Now imagine that you have a competitor. They are spending 100K on ads, say Google ads, and you are getting 100K worth of a free traffic on your website. So you are able to get a kind of a competitive advantage over your competition. So I'm not saying that having a paid ad is not a good thing, but it's good to complement it with a search engine optimization. Now, another thing which I want to mention about SEO is that it is something similar to doing an exercise for yourself. So, it is good for your business health, definitely, as we talked about. But you have to be consistent. Google gives more weightage to those sites which are updated regularly. Same thing, with our kind of exercising, we have to be consistent, and only we'll get results. Another thing is SEO results. You will start getting in a 3 to 6 month time frame because Google has to, find your Google has to find your website. They have to rank it. But unlike doing exercising for SEO, you can hire some kind of a consultant or a coach, or you can hire someone to write articles for you. So if you strategize it correctly, you can get a lot of benefits out of SEO. Now, I have divided search engine optimization into 5 major components. So first is doing keyword research. So based on your business, you can do keyword research and find out, what kind of keywords your customers are looking for. That's very important. Now, based on that research, you can write an article around that, problem or customer need. And then you have to take care of, some of the on-page SEOs, so that, Google is able to rank and find your article. Another important thing is backlinks. So what backlink is, other websites linking or pointing towards your website. So basically, if you are, so for example, our case, we are in a chatbot or an insurance domain. So a lot of other insurtech-based websites pointing to our website gives the signal to Google that yes, we are having, we are the right person to connect with for this topic. And another component is domain authority. So as you start publishing more articles, you get recognized as an authority in your field. Google will give more weightage to those websites which are having higher domain authority. So if you and someone else write same kind of an article, for example, if CNN writes an article and say some new news website write an article, CNN will be provided more weightage as per Google algorithm. Now let's talk about keyword research. So first and foremost thing is like, you have to think from your customer perspective, what they might be searching, what kind, and your business better than anyone else. Uh, Maybe by talking to your customers and all, you'll know, what they'll be looking for when they go to Google. Um, and Another thing which you can do is do competitor analysis. So we'll talk about all these things in detail. Right now, I'm giving you a high level overview. So by competitor analysis, what it means is for your competition, what kind of traffic are they getting? For which keywords are people coming to their website? So that you can rank yourself for a similar kind of a keyword, uh, and get some of that traffic to your website as well. And most important thing is focusing on long tail keywords. Now, what is long tail keyword? So initially we saw that, like, car insurance. So if you that is a you can say a short keyword or short tail keyword. But if you look at a statement like this, like, car insurance for college students or car insurance for college students out of state, if you try to rank for these long tail keywords, uh, then first you'll be getting better qualified customers. Uh, Secondly, it's easier to rank for long tail compared to a small, the shorter ones. Because shorter ones, a lot of people might be already in market competing. So it's when you're starting off, it's always a good idea to start with the long tail keyword. Now we talked about focusing on what people are searching for. So one good website to do this analysis is this answerthepublic.com. So this website, right? When you go to the website, you can put any um, kind of a keyword, and it will give you what kind of a questions people are asking. So this in turn will help you in coming up with long tail keyword for your own product or service, or So for example, when we type car insurance, it is giving 197 different kind of a questions. Um, and if, for example, you are writing article in this area, then you can include these questions in your article. And you might have seen sometime that when you search for a question, Google directly provides you with the answer itself in a top search result. It's called featured snippet. So it'll have that answer and then below link of a website. So you can rank yourself for even the featured snippet, which are even above than the first ranking, and that can help you in getting a lot of traffic. So this is a good website to do research, not only from SEO perspective, even for your product, right? Like whatever you're trying to sell, it will help you in gauging what the customer need is or pain point is. Now, next thing which one should focus is on difficulty level of that keyword. So so this is a good website, Moz.com. If you go to their, they have free tools, and you can use this keyword overview tool. Now, when you type in the keyword, it will tell you what is the difficulty level. If you see for this keyword, difficulty level is 10. So yes, it has a lesser traffic also, but as a thumb rule, any keyword which is having less than 30 difficulty level, you should be able to rank pretty easily if you follow some basic SEO principle. So what it means is, like, search for these long tail keywords which have lesser difficulty level, um, and then first try ranking yourself for that. So in this way, you'll be getting a very qualified leads directly coming to your website, and you'll be able to rank on top of Google's ranking. Another thing which you may already know is like, most of the people like they click on top first page search result, and that too, in first two, three. So always try to rank for those two or three top ranks. And people say that like, best place to hide a body is second page of a Google. Like, basically nobody goes to a second page. So if you use these techniques, you'll be able to rank on a first page, and that too, top uh, two, three search results. And that will help you in getting a good amount of traffic. Now, few more things to note here is this PA and DA, right? So this DA is domain authority, which I was talking about earlier, and PA is basically page authority. But here also, if you see, like, there are sites, if you see a site which is having a lesser domain authority, then it gives you an indication that it's easier to rank for that keyword. Now, this Google Keyword Planner is a good tool. I'm sure you might have used it. If not, then please try it. So here, like, Google will give you a lot of different possible keywords and options, and you'll be able to get a range of cost of those keywords. But combining this and difficulty level will help you in judging, which keyword you should try to rank and which keywords maybe, you should just bid for it. So in some time, you might see a keyword which is available very cheap, less than $1 or something like that. So if you have the marketing budget, you can, put ads for those keywords, and you'll get results right away. As I mentioned, like, SEO, it takes 2 to 3 months or 6 months to get results. Now, another tool to focus on is, Google Search Console. So Google Search Console, what it does, it gives you a lot of data about your website, which basically you don't get in, Google Analytics. So in Google Analytics, you'll not know which search terms people are searching and, finding your website. So Search Console helps you with that. And, even you can use Search Console to basically submit your URLs to Google so that, they rank faster. Now, one thing which you should do is when you log into Search Console for your website, click all these 4 options: clicks, impressions, CTR, and position. And combination of these options will give you a lot of good insights about your traffic and where you should focus on next. Now, let me try to show you. Okay. So this is, one of the section from Google Search Console from our website. And in fact, I was able to find out one good thing which I'll focus on. But if you see, like, clicks, impressions, CTR, here I have filtered through impressions. If you look for this key query, right, insurance digital marketing, we are getting a lot of impressions, but very few clicks. So and we are ranking also, pretty well. It's 6th ranking. So what I would do in this case is I'll try to change heading and, those kind of things for that article, so that people, when they see that article, they click on it. So, you need to have a compelling copy also of article or article heading. That's also very important. Another thing is, sometimes what you'll see is you'll see a very high impression, but your position is far away. So it's getting 311 impressions, though it's ranked at 58. So what one can do is, for those kind of keywords, you can start writing articles focusing that keyword, like insurance marketing ideas. So basically, recently we have published an article, insurance marketing ideas and strategies. So we are trying now. You'll see next few months will rank much better, and hopefully we'll have some kind of conversion from that. So this search console gives very good idea about what your website is doing and where you should focus on. And it gives you idea about keywords which you should be focusing. So these were some of the ideas related to keyword research. Now let's move to content writing. So once you have done your keyword research, you know, okay, this is a keyword which most of my customers are searching for. It's relatively easy to rank for that keyword, not competition, much competition is there. Then um, you should start writing article around that. And when you're writing it, one thing you have to make sure is like, you know, write the article which is interesting and compelling. Because if people are coming to your web page and they don't find something interesting, they just hit back button, and you know that will hurt your rankings. So try how you can make it more interactive, have it, you know, different sections, subsections, that kind of a arrangement, so that you know users can skim through and read relevant portions. Um, so this bounce rate you might have seen in your analytics. So you should try to get a lower bounce rate. If people are bouncing out of your website quickly, then it doesn't give a good signal to Google. Also, next is like, you know, try to write article for your customers, not for kind of a search engine. So yeah, you'll have to focus on those keywords, but inside the articles, make it more, you know, humanized. Some people, what they do is they try to stuff a lot of same keywords multiple times in that article, and it doesn't look natural. Now Google has a lot of, you know, those AI-based algorithm, and if it is able to figure out, you know, you have done a lot of content stuffing, that may again hurt your search ranking. At the same time, if it is, you know, more humanized article, people will interact more, they'll stay more on your page, and that's the main objective. Third is make sure your articles are at least 1,000 words or more. You know, if you can write 4,000 or word articles, that's awesome. Like, you know, nothing like that. But you know, sometimes you may write 300, 400 word article, but you know, that's not the norm. And if you're writing too many articles with a short word count, then you know you might get frustrated pretty soon. If you don't have bandwidth to write articles, you know you can always write content writers. What we do sometimes is, you know, hire content writer to write the basic copy, and then we add to it. That way, you know, we are able to reduce cycle time. Also, as I mentioned, you should have headings, subheadings, you should have images, and all those things. Now, one good model is, you know, topic cluster SEO model for writing content. So this is kind of, you know, latest model, and it's working pretty well. We have also adopted it for ourselves, and you know we'll discuss in more detailed sessions which are coming ahead. Today, I just want to introduce with these concepts, and in coming sessions, we'll go more in depth. And you know, you can send me questions or specific content or you know topic which you want me to focus on, and in next session, I'll try to focus on those topics as well. So yep, so this main thing, make sure your articles are more than 1,000 words. So if you're writing a 4,000 word article with a good keyword research, then you have a very good chance of ranking, you know, on top or first page. Now, another thing is when you write article, you publish it, you should go to your Google Search Console, and there's something called Fetch as Google. Go to that portion, and you can submit your article and request for indexing. So what it means is, you know, Google will know that okay, there's a new article which you have submitted, and it will index it faster. Otherwise, how Google works is, you know, they have these things which you say crawlers. They crawl the web. So, you know, they will come to your website, and then they can find this article, but that may take a month's time or 2 months time. So if you send it now itself, Google will be able to rank it faster. And that's why, it takes time to get results from SEO. Google has to do all those crawling. It takes time. Now, another important thing to focus is click-through rate. So as I mentioned earlier, right, we discussed it. So people, if they see your article and they don't click on it, then obviously, it's hurting you. So make sure that you write a good stellar headline, something which engages them. So you can write more about copywriting and all, but a short, concise headline which makes them interested. So for example, top 5 ways to do something, and number 3 is a must. So if you have something like that, people will be curious. Hey, what is this number 3? Let me click on this article and see what is this number 3 which they say is a must, right? So something on those kind of an article. Now, another thing is, what you should do is, when you go to Google Search Console, right? If you see that for some article you're not getting a lot of good click-through rate, it is like this 1 point. So I have shown you a small section. We get click-through rate at 75%, 50% also for some queries. But these queries which get so less, we will go ahead and change their headings and a lot of those things to improve the click-through rate. And there's an easier way to fix. Even on your current website, you should go and check this thing first, change those headings, so that you'll get a better click-through rate and a better conversion right away. So this is click-through rate is pretty important. Now, on-page SEO. Again, on-page SEO also in detail, we can cover in next session. But one thing which you can do is, if you have a WordPress website, is that you add this Yoast SEO plugin. So if you add this plugin, when you write an article, it will automatically tell you, what are the different problems, what are the things you should improve upon. And, you don't have to think about it or, manually, like, just you quickly fix it, and then your article will be, kind of good from on-page SEO perspective. Now, if you don't have a WordPress website, or you cannot use Yoast SEO, then there are other softwares also available in market, and we will discuss some high-level guidelines which you can use it in coming session. And if your website is new, make sure you use that new website checklist for SEO. You can Google it. There are some basic things which you should be doing so that Google can find your website. Another thing is, like, in 2014, Google announced that it is giving sites which are having HTTPS, means secure website, kind of more weightage. So if you have a website which is, say, HTTP, it's a good idea to make it secured, HTTPS, and that will help you with Google's algorithm and rank you better. Now, backlink. We talked about backlink briefly earlier. So so backlink for website is the same thing, similar to a person also. So if you see, for example, any personality or celebrity, so there are hundreds or thousands of people who will point you to their direction when you ask about a particular topic, and it kind of gives you signal, hey, so many people are referring to this person, it means this person is good in this area. Same thing with a website. you have a website on a particular domain or niche, and many other websites are referring to your website for that niche, then it gives a good indication to Google that hey, this is a website in this niche, and it will give higher ranking to your articles. But at the same time, you should focus on quality links. If you have a lot of junk links, pointing from a say totally unrelated website, then it will hurt your website. So what you need is basically links from a website which are, if possible, having a good domain authority. So for example, if CNN is pointing your new news website for something, then it gives you a lot of weightage. And also make sure you have different articles being pointed. So instead of having all the links pointed to one of your articles, make sure the links point to your different articles. And there are many ways to build backlinks. One is like you can reach out to industry connects and contacts. Basically, we are a insurtech startup, and so we were once featured on Insurtech Hartford. So I went to them and asked for a link on their article to our website. Same thing you can do for your domain also. So your industry connects, wherever you are featured, you can ask them to link to you. Many times in a publication, they might mention your website, but they may not have added link to your website. So go back to them and ask for it. So once you are featured on a Rough Notes magazine, it is one of the largest magazine in US for insurance agents. They mentioned us, but they were not linking to our website. So we reached out to them and got a link added on their website. Another is, for example, if you're a startup, you can list yourself in AngelList, Crunchbase, those kind of sites. So it'll give idea to Google that hey, yeah, this is a startup, and those websites have a good weightage also. Another good way is through Quora, Pinterest. So in Quora, if you go, people ask certain questions. If people are asking questions related to your product or service, you can provide detailed answer, and you can leave link for your website. So other than backlink, it will be a very qualified traffic to your website also, if you do it right. Okay, so this is the kind of basics of SEO which I wanted to cover today. Now, if you have any questions, we can go through them. Or otherwise, you can send me questions or topic which you want me to cover in next session. And in next session, we'll go into a little bit more technicalities and cover some of those some more topics in detail. So I'll take a pause. Does anybody have any question? Okay. So if there's no question, then I think we are good for today. Thanks for your time. And okay, no problem. So thanks for your time. And I'll send out more details through emails or communicate or messenger. Thanks everyone. Bye bye.